Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're diving straight into a game-changing blueprint aimed squarely at stakeholders, investors, and local institutions. We're looking at the Robotaxi 025353 project. Now, this source material outlines a visionary integration of autonomous vehicles right into Milan's notoriously complex mobility network. Look, anyone who has tried to navigate Milan during rush hour knows exactly how valuable efficiency is. But we aren't just looking at science fiction here. We're analyzing a data-driven evolution built on infrastructure that is already beating in the heart of the city. Let's get into it. Here's a quick look at our agenda for today. Section 1 covers the project vision. Section 2 breaks down the Milan radar system. Section 3 outlines the launch via stands and totems. Section 4 explores advantages for hotel partners. Section 5 looks at integration and sustainability, and we'll wrap up with Section 6 detailing a unique investment opportunity. All right, starting with Section 1, the project vision, a zero-emission future. The core proposal here introduces a fully autonomous fleet into the existing 025353 network. What does that mean in practice? It means a zero-emission fleet operating flawlessly 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. By coordinating directly with live urban traffic data, this project aims to optimize wait times and guarantee citywide coverage at absolutely all hours. For local institutions focused on modernizing urban transport, this is a massive leap forward for both environmental sustainability and operational efficiency in Milan. Moving on to Section 2, the Milan radar system, the technological backbone. The core of this technology isn't just theoretical, It actually relies on the proven Taxi Milano Live infrastructure. This gives the central operations a real-time bird's-eye view of Milan. It's constantly monitoring vehicle availability at city taxi stands, tracking live user demand by analyzing active app calls right alongside waiting crowds, and using advanced geolocation to instantly match users with the absolute closest taxi stand. It essentially captures the full dynamic picture of urban demand, literally minute by minute. And this is a real game changer because it allows a shift from a reactive system to a predictive one. Instead of vehicles just reacting to calls with an inherent delay, the Robotaxi fleet leverages historical and real-time radar data to achieve predictive efficiency. It actually anticipates demand hotspots before the calls even happen. For the 025353 Central, this provides a massive management advantage. It automates fleet distribution, drastically reduces server load from manual dispatching, and practically eliminates empty cruising. Section 3. Launch, stands and totems, the phased rollout. So how does this actually hit the streets? Well, the first phase of the rollout works directly through physical, high-density taxi stands that are monitored by the radar system. When a user arrives, rather than navigating a chaotic line, they interact directly with a digital totem to request their ride. The system then prioritizes the assignment of a robotaxi to that specific stall. This controlled physical environment ensures safety, introduces the public to autonomous technology really smoothly, and heavily reduces the idle time of traditional vehicles by managing the flow so efficiently. Let's look at Section 4, Advantages for Hotel Partners, Strategic Collaborations. Partnering with local hotels creates a clear win-win scenario here. Accommodations affiliated with the 025353 Central are granted a dedicated priority lane for booking robotaxis for their guests. Plus, this comes with exclusive economic benefits for the partnered facilities. Essentially, the hotel gets to offer a highly futuristic, premium mobility service to their guests, and it's completely and seamlessly integrated with the reliable 025353 Central dispatch. Now, a standout feature of this partnership is the real-time monitoring. Instead of guessing when a car will arrive, hotel reception has access to the integrated system. They can pull up the radar map right at the front desk and track the autonomous vehicle approaching in real time. It provides absolute certainty and totally elevates the guest experience with a really nice touch of modern luxury. Section 5. Integration and Sustainability. Focusing on operational continuity. You might be wondering, what happens when things get complicated? Well, introducing a robotaxi fleet does not mean abandoning the human element or the established systems. The autonomous fleet runs with the total, unwavering support of the 025353 Operations Center. If there's an edge case, a routing exception, or a highly specific user need that the system can't handle alone, the central operations team seamlessly intervenes. It guarantees flawless, continuous service, blending the absolute cutting edge of AI driving with solid human oversight and reliability.
Finally, Section 6, an investment opportunity shaping the future.
The project is completely transparent about the current regulatory landscape. Level 4 and Level 5 autonomous driving, which is what true robotaxis are currently not authorized for non-scheduled public transport on Italian roads. That is simply the reality of the existing legal framework right now regarding this advanced technology. But astute investors will recognize that regulation isn't necessarily a roadblock, it's an exclusive window. This brings us to a really provocative question. Do you want to invest in the future? The technology is ready. The monitoring infrastructure, the Milan Radar, the O2 5353 Central, it is all primed and ready to go. What the project outlines now is the need for partners to fund the final technological development and, honestly, just as importantly, to drive the institutional dialogue required to update those regulations. You aren't just funding a fleet, you are funding the creation of a whole new legal and operational paradigm in Italy. This is truly a ground floor opportunity to shape the future of urban mobility in one of Europe's most dynamic cities. The project is actively seeking partners and investors to fund this revolutionary technological and institutional push, and direct contact is open right now via WhatsApp for those ready to join. So, the final thought I'll leave you with today is this. When the regulations inevitably change and the very first autonomous fleets roll out onto the streets of Milan, will you be watching from the sidewalk, or will you be the one who drove the innovation? Thank you for joining me for this explainer.